push through.
Okay.
Exactly. So my name is Rosemond Kwesi Biafari. I'm married.
Okay.
With a child.
Oh, you're married with a child.
Yes.
So it's a miss. It's a miss. Mrs. Yes, a Mrs. Okay, Mrs. Right.
So when it comes to Mrs., I'm Mrs. Rosemond Amanobwedu.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But yes.
And you have a child.
Yes.
One child.
I have a son.
A son. Okay, nice. How like old is he?
He's 3 years.
3 years. Still fresh. Yeah, because 3 years is like, Charlie, there's more to go.
Still a baby, no, he's a toddler.
And is he giving you issues? Is he giving all
Oh, no.
He's a calm guy. Because I know most boys, they will give you issues. So my mom should tell you for a fact.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet, yeah? Okay. All right. So, yes, so you have 3 kids. You're married.
I have one
Hey,
kid.
sorry, Charlie. I'm adding some for you. I'm adding some for you, though. So you have 1 kid and you're married.
Yes.
Yes. So go on. So how how did you got into the chocolate business?
Okay, so I've been in the corporate space for a while now. So I was working with a microfinance.
Okay.
Before I decided to fully come into business.
Right.
So I was working as a customer service agent at a microfinance.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, no, I can't do this because it was very stressful.
Okay.
I had to wake up at dawn, 4 a.m. I get home around 9 p.m. I was picking my son up around 7 p.m. It wasn't really helping. It was really taking a toll on me. So I decided there's something I can do. I believe there's something in everyone. There's something you're passionate about, whether you a skill you learn or you are inborn with it.
Yep.
So I decided, what is it I'm good at? I was already doing this on the side.
Oh, you're already doing on the side?
Yeah, so I used to take orders once in a while.
Right.
But I was like, why don't I take this up? Why don't I focus on this and see how far I go?
You go with it.
So, yeah.
And that's a big risk. That's a very big risk to do. Something that is new.
I had to quit my job.
You actually quitted your job before doing it?
Yes.
Wow.
I sent in my resignation and I had to explain to them the reason that I want to go full-time into business. Well, everyone was like, are you sure this, that? And I was like, yeah, I'm very sure about this. So that was how I started, and God being so good, I never thought I would get this far.
Yeah.
Yes.
But let's go back to when you sent in your letter to your company that you're going to resign. You starting the business at the ground level. Did you have that confidence that you were going to, like, what you were doing was going to be something that you expect it to be?
Yes, I had the confidence because I wasn't now going to start from scratch.
Yeah.
I was already doing it on the side, so I knew the challenges already.
Okay.
I knew what goes into it. I just didn't know my target market.
Right.
That was it. So I had to come home and re-strategize and look for my target market and then work around that.
Okay.
So I wasn't really scared, or I don't know, but I was really ready for it.
Yes.
I knew I could do it, but I didn't know I would get this far.
With it, yes.
Yeah.
The thing is, so you see, a lot of people start business, they don't actually get to know the business. They don't do their research into it to see whether, if at least try and have your few customers, before doing it fully. But you actually were able to study the market, and you were able to have few customers within that, that okay, you can stand on and then grow the business. Exactly. So that's something that most people need to do. First, do your research in whatever you're doing. Now, how long has this business been running for?
So we've been in business, I think September will be our 5th year in business.
5th year?
Yes.
Okay.
September will be our 5th year in business, and it's been an awesome journey because I get to meet big brands, I get to work with high profile personalities, I get to attend events and speak at events. It's been very amazing, and God being so good, I also got very dedicated team, designers, printers who really worked with me to make everything smooth. So it's been great.
Now let's talk about 5 years. So 5 years, I know there have been up and downs, right?
Yeah.
And the market has been, like fluctuation, and it has been happening all the time. So in this recent years, so how do you manage these things, and into the competition? How do you manage some of these things?
You know, when I started this, a pack of chocolates, that's the 50-gram chocolate, was about 50 cedis on the market.
Right.
Today, as we speak, it's about 260 to 280 cedis for
That's
the same
huge.
pack of chocolates, 20 pieces. So, you know, you have to really know how to work around it so that
Right.
it don't seem like a high-end business.
Yeah.
So you have to work around it so that your previous customers can still come back and still say you are affordable.
Yeah.
Because especially with the name Chocolate Factory, everyone is expecting it to be affordable. Because we
Right.
all know maybe when you get something from a factory or a wholesale price, it's quite cheaper than the retail
Than the
or those
retails,
on the
yeah.
market. Yes. So everyone is expecting my product to be affordable. So I
Right.
really have to work around the price and make sure it is. So it's not been easy. It's not been easy with the price on the markets
Yeah.
that keeps fluctuating, but you still have to work around it to make it
So that you don't make
affordable
any
for
losses
all.
too as well, right?
So that you don't make losses as
Right,
well.
right.
And you have a team you have to pay as well. So you know how to re-strategize and make everything work. Also, there's also a challenge with when you are promoting your product.
Yeah.
Like when you're running ads.
Right.
You know, initially when you run ads, like let's say I want to run for 5 days, they'll deduct about $5 for 5 days. It was
Yeah,
exactly
yeah.
$5 for 5 days.
Right.
But today, when you say you're running an ad for 5 days, it comes with e-levy, it comes with taxes, before you realize your $5, you'll be paying about $8.
Wow.
So it's also a huge challenge because you might put a budget on it that, okay, this is the budget I have for promotion.
Yeah.
But in the end, you have to exceed your budget. So it's not so smooth, but we are working around.
So there are sometimes you make losses too as well, but then
Of
you
course.
find a way to, to cope with it and then move on, definitely. Because, things are a little bit shaky sometimes. The
Yeah.
market, sometimes things increase, the dollar increase, and then
Dollar
it
rates
affects
and, yeah.
a whole lot. Now, I know first you talk about the target, knowing your target when you left your company. Although you had customers working, you could work with them, but then you didn't know your target audience.
Yeah.
But then, so how did you get to realize your target audience? What did it take for you to know who your target audience are?
Okay, so initially I was targeting individuals who
Yeah.
would just come and order for birthday parties
Okay.
or graduation or weddings.
Or
And
like
then
Valentine?
for every event.
Every event, right? I know.
Meaningful
Yeah.
funerals, weddings, graduation.
Uh-huh.
So I was there one time and I had a DM on social media
Right.
from a company and they wanted about, was it 800 pieces? And that was my first large order.
800 pieces?
Yes, 800
Wow.
pieces of the 50 grams chocolates. So that was when I was like, okay, I think I should target these companies because they will bring in more money and the margins will be good, like it will be
Yeah.
high. So that was when I had to list who to target.
Oh, so you
Corporate-
listed them?
Yes. So I was targeting the corporate industries. I was still targeting the individuals who
Yeah,
come
but-
for the everyday birthdays.
Exactly.
But for what a company will pay will be larger and huge.
They come for bulk
They
purchase.
come for bulk
Yeah,
purchases.
definitely. True,
So
true.
when you make a list of who to target, when you make
Yeah.
a list, it's very easy.
It helps you to know exactly how you
run
move.
it and
Right.
exactly.
Oh, okay. So that's it. That's a secret, man. Sometimes you don't have to just think in your head. You have to actually pen it down. And then when you pen it down, you can actually foresee exactly how you can move around it. All right. So that's an amazing one. But let's talk to the ladies who probably want to start a business and always are contemplating about the startup, how to start. How did you start up? What was the initial starting, that you started with your business?
People will say I started with 1 grain of rice or 1 pack of this and
Yeah.
that. But that's not my story. Fortunately for me, I came out of a corporate job. So I had some savings down.
Right.
So I just had to invest the savings into my
yeah.
business. So it was quite easier. I didn't have to go for loans. But when it got to peak seasons like Valentine's Day, you need bulk purchase.
Yeah,
because
right.
you need bulk stuff like products.
Products, yes.
So that was when I had to speak to family and friends who loaned me some money
Yeah.
that I had to pay back later.
So you didn't go to the bank to go and take loan?
No, I've never been to the bank.
So what about those who want to go to the bank and take loan? Do you advise that?
Well, why not?
Yes.
You can go to the bank and take loans. So far as you are going by it, you are paying as you're supposed to pay. You should know what will go into it, because when you go for a loan from a bank, it definitely comes with
an interest.
So you should know how much interest they're going to charge you. You should know how much is it worth it.
Right.
Or do you think you have someone you can rather loan from who wouldn't put an interest
in
it?
it?
Yeah.
Like how you did with your family and friends,
Exactly.
and those comes with
but
no
if you
interest.
think you have no one, it's not a bad idea to go to the bank.
But the
for
best
a
thing
loan.
is for you to actually know your business and know how you're going to run it, and
what
know the
goes into
customers that
it.
you have.
Exactly.
Yes, so that's the thing. So before going for loan, please, a lot of people go in for loan blindly, thinking that, okay, I have this happening, it's going to work out. But you need to also know the risk
Involved.
because with the bank, when your time is due, They are not like family where they can give you extra time.
Exactly.
So did your family give you extra time? Let's try and be honest with them. Did they give you extra time, or you came at the exact time?
Oh, definitely. Sometimes it's not once that has to take it. So it's not always that you can pay on time. So, there will be times that they will have to give you extra time. And there will be time that they'll have to wait for your peak seasons.
Okay.
Because sometimes when it's not your peak season, you can't get
the full
amount for them.
Yeah.
So, they were a bit considerate.
Wow. So, Charlie, for those who have families and you feel your family can help you, then, Charlie, go for it. But if you go for your family money, make sure that you know your business properly. Like, you know your business, you know your customers, and you know the profit you are bringing in. Don't just go and figure out your family. When it's family, the family at a point in time, they'll get angry with you and they'll come for your head. That one is a fact. Now, let's talk about your product. Is it FDA approved?
So it's because we rebrand.
Okay.
Because we rebrand the product, fortunately for us, when we get the chocolate the chocolate company already has FDA approval, so we don't need to get it.
Okay, yeah. So let's get it straight for the listeners. You are not a factory, right? But you rebrand.
I rebrand
the product. Yes. So that's another way of setting up your business.
Yes. So I rebrand with your pictures, your logos, your inscription.
Right. Oh.
So you get. It's very flexible for you to get to choose whatever picture to use, whatever color to use, and then we give you the opportunity to give us all these details, and then we later send it back to you for approval before we even print out and start wrapping.
Now I can see how your business is flourishing, because the corporate really love it, to have their brands, and maybe they're doing something anniversary, whatever it is.
Maybe you're going for a meeting, you want to wow your new clients.
Yeah.
You can just rebrand their company logo, share to them.
So it means if I have a girlfriend who I want to surprise her by putting her some initial or picture on it, I can come to you. And then the chocolate, you can just put her name on it.
Her name, whatever inscription. Maybe you have some terms you share together.
Charlie, that's some vibes, though. That's some big vibes, Charlie.
It's really
cool. You know what? It's not too late for me. I can still do it, right? Because I'm married. I can still do it. As a married man.
Anniversary.
The single man, vibe the inside. Because you go surprise the girl and get them. Yeah, but the married man, you go feed you out. No fears.
You can still do it.
There'll
always be Valentine's Day. There'll always be anniversaries.
Yeah.
You have friends who are celebrating their birthday. Even funerals.
Yeah.
We do it for
funerals as well. Wow, that's an amazing. And I'm so curious to know how an individual like you was able to identify this space. Is it? I don't know where you got your inspiration from, but if you can share with us, how did you get to know of this?
Okay, so let me give you a backstory.
Right.
Before everything started, it was my birthday, and I had no idea we have something like customized chocolates. And this was from my sister. So my sister had to sit down and then think of, what can I do? What's the special thing I can do for her? So she had to take my picture to other designers. She wasn't a designer herself, so she gave it to other designers. They had to measure the chocolates. They got the measurements right, and then they put my picture on it, and she wrote my name and everything on it. So when I woke up one morning, she had made this beautiful package with 10 large pieces of like 100 grams chocolate. Five had a different picture.
Wow.
5 had different pictures with wine, and we make gift sets like that too now.
Right.
So it had wine, mug, customized products in it, and it was under my bed. So when I woke up,
and then you
she
saw
surprised me with it. So it was so nice, and I decided to post it on my status and social media platforms. Immediately I posted, everyone was like, "Where did you get this from? This is so cool! Wow, where did you get this from?" And
it was a new thing.
It was a new thing. Like, everyone was so wild. And then we decided, why don't we make this our business? Why don't we try and take orders?
That's a smart move.
So that was just how it started.
It all started. So it started from your sister.
From my sister.
And now you own the business.
I own the business now.
This girl, your sister will bore you, pal. Hey.
Oh, no. She's really very proud of me.
I'm sure she's very proud. She'll be like, yeah, but she said, nah, this thing, it was my invention and you took it. But it's all good, man. It still comes to the family, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Now let's talk about social media, because you just talk about social media. And social media happens to play a big part in businesses and personal life. Now that I know for sure when you didn't start the chocolate business, you were still posting stuff on Instagram, because that's what girls do, they post stuff, show their beauty and all that. Now that you're into business, how helpful has the social media been? What advice can you give, and how can you operate the social media properly that it helps you and your business?
I'll say, aside from God helping me and bringing me this far, I think the next most important tool that has helped me is social media, because I started everything from social media. So when I had to send in my resignation and I came home, it was social media I started from. I didn't have a shop at that time. I didn't have anything. I was just home. So what I decided to do was, I told myself I'm going to be dedicated and consistent. There's no There's no day that I would not post.
Every single day you're posting?
Every single day, no matter who is watching, I decided I'm going to post every day. So it's from social media. It's through social media I get to meet big brands like UNICEF, Miss Malaika, Big Brother Naija, including YFM. They all came through social media.
Wow,
they just had to send me a DM. So social media has really, really helped my business. And it's through social media I was able to make enough to actually get a physical shop.
So you do have a physical shop now?
Yes, I have a physical shop now.
For how long?
I've had it for a year now.
For a year now. Congratulations, man. Congratulations to that. So, I was going to talk about, I still want to get with the social media thing. Now that you've done that, right? You're able to put things on social media and spread them for people to get to see your your product. I'm going to ask you what sets you apart from other businesses, but it's obvious, so I'm not going to ask you that question. It's obvious because yours is different. It's a rebrand,
bespoke design.
Yes, you're able to customize and all that. So that's a unique thing on your own, because I personally haven't seen that. I've seen that on cakes, because one time I surprised my wife, who was then my girlfriend at that time. That was when I was making the move. So that was very, very, very nice. That was the peak of my moment.
You should try this.
I'll do the chocolate.
Yeah.
I'll do the chocolate because the chocolate will be a whole, and she likes chocolate too. So that one, it will work. That night self, I sure say I go have some. Exactly. So I'll come and talk to you about that. Now, so you've talked to us about how you started and all that. Now, let me ask this. March is International Women's Month, right? So we are celebrating women like you, who came up with ideas and all that. Speak to the people out there who are listening. Let us know your challenges that you face, and some of the struggles, because it's there. It's not something you can avoid. So share with us so that the young girls or the young guy who's listening who wants to start his own business, what are the challenges you faced and how did you overcome all these challenges despite how tough the country is, or the things around that are very, very difficult. So share with us those details.
Okay, so as I made mention earlier, I think I mentioned the the hiking prices on the market.
Yeah.
So I think I already talked about that, and then the promotion as well.
Right.
Sometimes dispatch riders is a huge challenge, and then the prices as well.
The prices, yeah.
You might finish a product, and the way our products are is a chocolate. Chocolate can't last long on the sun, or it
in the
can,
heat, yeah.
So it will melt. So dispatch riders can just take your products, instead of delivering, they'll just have to make other deliveries. And before they get to the customer,
then it's
the
melted.
product is melted.
Oh.
So it's one big challenge. Sometimes too, you get to make a product for someone. Let's say it's worth 300 cedis, but the amount allocated to the dispatch fee, maybe you go on Yango ride or something that I'm going to book a ride, and it has about 75, 105 for delivery fee. So this is where someone is paying about 250, 300 cedis for 20 pieces of chocolate. And the person also has to pay for. So yeah, it's a really big challenge.
It's a big challenge, yeah.
So it's not that easy. Someone might see and think, oh, you have it all, you've done well, you have a shop now, but a lot goes into it. Because when the chocolates get to the customer and it's destroyed or it's melted, you have to take up the cost.
You have to take up the cost.
So it's your loss.
Yes.
So all these petty things are sometimes some losses that come our way. But you have to know how to work around it. You have to have some of the ways to make challenges like this work is you have to get a foil, or you have to get packages that can last long on the sun and not melt. So we have these packages, or there's this rubber packaging within the name that you can put your products in, which can stay on the sun for long,
and it won't melt.
It will still be intact.
Right.
So you have to think of ways to
make sure
it work. And if the person says, oh, maybe the delivery fee is too high, you can give the person the option of picking up from the shop. That is why we have a physical shop. You might not know the person might be around, or might have a colleague driving around, so you can say, oh, you can just pick up from our shop, so to reduce all the cost and all
exactly.
that.
Wow, that's amazing. And I like the way you think, because at a point in time when people ordered for the chocolate and you have to send them through the Yango or whatever it is, it melts, and I'm sure you'd be frustrated, but then you found a way to solve that situation, and that's a brilliant thing. So you always need to keep thinking. Even in businesses, you always have to keep thinking. That's the thing about business. You don't have to sit and then let
innovative.
Exactly. Right. Okay, so that's a beautiful thing you shared with us right here, and I'm sure my listeners or anyone out there will pick pieces from what you just said and apply it to his life, and whatever they're doing. So thank you for sharing that with us. Now, tell us where people can find, now that you have a physical shop now. So tell us where, if anyone who wants to do business with you can find you and come through.
So we are located at Abokobi at the Agbogba Junction, right next to the Pizza Man Chicken Man restaurant. So I think that's the only Pizza Man Chicken Man restaurant at Abokobi. So when you get there, our shop is right next to that.
Right next to it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And phone number, can they contact you by phone?
Yes, you can call us on 050-3635-266 or 054-5010-120. You can send us a DM on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok and Facebook.
Yes, so what's your handle on the social media the platform?
All my social media platforms is chocolate_factory_GH.
chocolate_factory_GH. All right, so folks, link up, check it out. I'm surely going to check that out myself, so I'll definitely do that. Now, before you leave, I know you have big dreams. Now, this is just the iceberg of it. It's just the beginning of it. Where do you see your chocolate factory in the next 5 years or 10 years? What is your expectation for your business, and how do you want to see your business grow?
Okay, so since we just rebrand now, I want to see my business grow in terms of making it from scratch, producing the chocolate myself,
yourself,
and also we are currently working on a website to make ordering seamless and very easy for anyone who wants to order. So that in case you can leave all the details in the website, we attend to you. It's not about calling and I didn't get here, and so we are working on a website at the moment. And so we really, really want to see it go.
Yeah, and I'm sure you add maybe your own transportation to it, definitely, so that it makes it easier. So you don't have to buy that extra thing, and then at least you can take that for your profits.
Maybe we might even get vans to deliver for free.
Exactly.
We might not know when the business grows. We can just.
It's big. Anyway, congratulations to you once again, man. You're doing amazing. And our Ghanaian ladies, man, Charlie, they think afar. Their thoughts are very, very huge, and we love that, and we celebrate you today and always. And being a mother to cope with the family, and then I hope your husband doesn't give you a hard time.
Oh no.
Yes, because he shouldn't.
I'm sure he's even listening.
Yes,
now.
He shouldn't. I'm telling him from here, he shouldn't. I beg you, come house. If she's tired, watch the how do you call the chensing or the dishes. Watch them some then. Don't just sit on the couch and enjoy. Anyway, so before you leave, let me ask this for the last time, man. Social media. You have a family and you have a business. You said you make sure you post every single day. You don't miss a day. How do you do it? Combining your family, your kid, your boy child, who I'm sure he cries a lot. He definitely cries a lot. And your husband have to take care of him. Weekends, you have to make sure the place is clean, you do the clothes. Look, I can go on and on and on and on and on. I don't want to go there. I understand. So how do you combine all of that and have time for social media?
That's why initially I made mention of dedication and consistency. When you make up your mind to do something, you can do it. And then when you feel like, okay, I think it's stressful or there's a lot of work at home, at least get someone to help you. You can hire someone who can do the cleaning for you, and you can attend to your family. And then posting is no difficult job.
Charlie, it's difficult for me. I would like it's difficult.
If you make it a part of you, it's like you waking up and always reading your Bible. It will be so easy. So it's like you wake up, you do whatever you have to do, and you just post. You just post because you don't know who is drawing inspiration from you. Just post, whether it's nice or not. Because I've had instances where the posts I thought weren't so nice, where the posts that went viral and people laugh so much. So just post, but make sure it's good content. It's very visible, like clear, and can make traction. So it's not so difficult when you put everything into plan and get people to help you when you feel that you are being burdened by everything around.
Yes. So that's it, man. If you think you need help, ask for help. It helps a lot. Ask for help. And also dedication to do what you do. It's your business. So you only have to be dedicated to your business and make sure you run it properly. Thank you very much for coming through, talking to us. Always, man. And I've been inspired by your story. I won't lie. I've been inspired by your story. And I think I'll make it a point to be more active on social media, which I'm very lazy, but I'll surely be active. I'll be active on it. And thank you for coming once again. Any last word or things that I didn't ask you want to, let the public know about?
Okay, so maybe there's someone listening out there. As I mentioned earlier, if you set up your mind to do something, you can do it. Just be dedicated, just be consistent, because as I said, you do not know who is drawing inspiration from what you are doing. So just be focused. No matter what someone is saying, just keep a deaf ear on what the negativities out there, because the same people who might look down upon you will one day come and purchase your products or might need you. So I think you have to put in the hard work too. And most importantly, we should always make God first. And what really helped me too, I think, would be a supportive husband. If your husband is not supporting, everything will just go haywire. So shouts to the husband. You are doing very well. Shouts to you. Yes, most definitely. You're making us proud. So thank you very much for coming, man. And I wish you the best, with business, with family. And it's good to know you have a supportive husband.
to help you through this. And so blessings to you both, and the young kid too as well. And I hope to see you 5 years with bigger things. But I'll surely see you for
our factory,
yes, for that thing for my wife. So I'll definitely come and see you, and then hopefully we can work something out. Yes. All right. So we're having this conversation, folks. That's where we ended right here on the Big Y 107.9 FM.